Hi, I'm slightly sunburned. I made the mistake of going outside. I'll be sure not to do that again. Sometimes I record the week's videos over the course of a day or two, though, so I might seem sunburned the entire week, but it's just I was sunburned the 1 or 2 days. Hopefully it hasn't lasted the entire week, because I don't plan on, exiting the house or going in an open environment. That's dangerous, dude. Too much vitamin D. We don't want that, but I'm glad you're concerned for my health. Let's do some software gore, starting off with number 19, the original number 1. Dude, you know how there are some countries, I can think of some places in the Middle East, where having a really, really low number license plate can be more valuable than the car that it's on. Like, you could see a Bugatti that has 1 on the number plate, and the number plate was actually like $5 million, more expensive than the car even was. I bet that this number, oh my God, just like hundreds of millions, because I think it's pretty much impossible, but you know what? You're willing to pay enough, you can probably get away with anything. Good life lessons. That's not how pie charts work. Leading causes of death. It's one the biggest cause, aneurysm, from viewing a pie chart that is actually formatted in a way that's just falling apart, crumbling beneath your eyes. They let it go stale. They didn't refrigerate the pie, so it kind of just melted away in pretty stable shapes they kept together, but it just kind of like fell apart. They turned on gravity. It was a mistake. It scares me how realistic Cities Skylines is. Wait, oh God. What? Why is there a line in the middle of the road that's backed up? Because, yeah, I don't think this is software gore, if I'm being complete. That might be software gore, but the idiocy in relation to merging, I mean, that seems to be pretty realistic if you ask me. Like, rather than just continuing down the road in that lane, it's like, no, I have to merge now. I don't want to be a dick and like take the open lane and then cut off everyone who's been waiting in line at the last second. So I'm just going to back up everybody else behind me, and they're not going to have the presence of mind to go around into the next lane. Also, we've got a car down the road that's just kind of doing figure eights. We're going to need the authorities to, and then I like how it's 2 separate lines. I'm treating this very literally. It's basically like an idiots in cars gif, except I guess simulated, but this could happen. Seems less than nobody wants it to go down. Emoji Tetra. Wait, what? What even is this? Hold on, is this a Twitter that does like a Twitter plays, instead of Pokemon, it's Twitter plays Tetris, and they do it with emojis, and like every tweet has the current position, and then they do a poll, and what in the world? This seems like the most tedious, slow thing ever to participate in, but I guess you could say the same thing about Twitch Plays Pokemon. But people didn't mind that anyway. And -1% want it to go down. All right. It seems like people could kind of troll this whole thing by just voting left and right and nothing else. And the piece will never actually go down. It will just be a stalemate till the end of time. Oh yeah, it does add up to 100%. I think that's the issue here, is Twitter must have a check system with their polls to where it has to add up to 100%. So it doesn't say anything about the individual sections, but they just had to have the down correct itself down. And then it added up to 100%. So we're all good. Everything is fine. Okay. Uploading rust.mp4. No, I'm sorry, that was unsuccessful. This is like me trying to upload to YouTube in the early days, 9+ years ago, with my mom's internet connection, which was 0.7 megabits up. It was some impressive transfer rates, I'll tell you that much. It was about 100 kilobytes a second getting that video up. And I did so much research on codecs, trying to figure out how to get the minimal capacity, minimal size on a video while keeping it at least somewhat watchable. And I got my 10-minute videos down to about 250 megabytes, and I was really proud of myself because they were still watchable and my audio came through well, and I could do those in about an hour, except at that time, YouTube based its subscription box on chronology that was right when the video uploaded rather than when the video went public. You couldn't schedule videos back then. So what you had to do was hope that you had a fast internet connection. Otherwise, you upload your video. It takes it an hour and a half to upload and process, and then it appears to everyone as an hour and a half old by the time it's immediately viewable. Right that second, it's already an hour and a half old. Ah, those were the days. Not much to do with this GIF, but still fun times. And when I finally got custom thumbnails enabled, you could only add that onto the video after the video was already ready. So if it was going to be a 2-hour upload, you had to sit there and wait until processing was done and it was viewable, and then you could add the thumbnail. But if you weren't fast enough to add the thumbnail within 10 seconds after the video was ready to watch, it would set its own default thumbnail, and then it would take about 6 hours for the new custom thumbnail to update, even if you added it 15 seconds after the video went live. Those were the days. I should do a video about just like things people might have forgotten about what it was like on YouTube not that long ago. This broom has nutrition facts on the Walmart grocery app. 9 servings per container, serving size 30 grams, 130 calories. Very, very high fiber. If you've been having digestive issues, this is highly recommended. Just we only recommend 1 serving at a time. Eating the entire broom might be a little bit hard on your digestion, even if it is providing a little bit of fiber. The plastic should also be eaten in moderation. Don't do it all. It might not be high in calorie, but it's taxing on your digestive system, which is great because even though you're not eating that many calories, it'll make you feel like you've eaten quite a bit as it's slowly impaling your intestines from the inside. So just eat it slowly. Watch a few shoe nice videos to give yourself just a little bit of background on the proper way to consume things like pencils and brooms. And then you should be fine. Do you want to chat or what? I cannot read anything here, but I will do. How do you even do that? Wow. I thought that maybe language would have impact on what this was, but no. You're overcome by chat. You will never escape the chat message program. I wonder if it's like this forever. You may only text message on this phone from now on. You may not do any calls. You may not browse the internet. Text message only. That is what this phone is for. You're using it wrong. Wait a minute. What? Wait, what order? What? So like every 5 spaces or so, it adds in another. No, I guess like every 5 spaces, it adds in another one of the dots, and then it just caterpillars it out from the. What? I don't even know what it's doing. I need a programmer to explain to me like how this happened. Also, though, isn't this looks like it's an iPad or something like that? How did that even take place? Apple, what is taking place here? This is a nice bug. Literally, it looks like a caterpillar is forming. It's actually a bug. Did you send it or not? Huh. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Oh, that would bother the hell out of me. Oh man, what if it's just like a business contact that you just met, and it's someone who's like, you know, slightly out of your league, right? Like they're pretty big in whatever business this is, and you're just like happy to be talking to them. They gave you their phone number for some reason, you can't figure it out, and you're like, oh man, maybe we'll be able to meet for lunch or something. This is going to be a valuable meeting. Maybe they'll employ me or something like that. And you're communicating, and they said, all right, let's meet at this time. And you say, okay, like confirming it. And then your phone spits this back out in response, and you're like, I don't know what to do. You'd be mortified. And so it's like, you just guess you're not meeting them for lunch anymore. You're not getting that job. Sorry. The message didn't send. It's not worth retrying though. I'm learning Japanese. I'm getting mixed reactions. Translate this sentence. 6. Another translation. 4. Is that a sentence? I think the software gore here is the fact that this is supposedly a sentence when I guess it's a number spelled out. I get why they wanted you to like, yeah. Wait, did you get it right? Did you get it right by typing 6 and hitting submit? And then it's like, also, by the way, this could mean 4. You know, there are weird things in various languages, and I'm sure there's something like it in English, where it's like one thing, it could mean 6, the actual number, but it could also mean 4, spelled out. And it's like, I don't know how you guys do math here, but sure, I'll take your word for it. Google expected better. Hi, how can I help? Set an alarm for 11 minutes. Actually, that time passed already. You know, it was 11 minutes from the Big Bang. It was a really long time ago, like billions of years ago approximately. So you're going to have to be more specific, all right? We count time now on Google in time that has elapsed since the Big Bang. So please go do a bit more math, all right? Come back and tell us the exact time that you want the alarm for, all right? On the scale of a few billions of years. Thanks. Great job hiding my password. Password. Input with value. This is not my password. Good thinking. You didn't want to actually paste your password here for the entire internet to see. That was wise. Fails to match the required pattern. What? What? What's the required pattern? Does my password have to be the quadratic formula in like abstract format? This is a little bit more complex than the quadratic formula by a slight amount. I'd be like, I don't know how to make a password here. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. I really did, but I kind of dropped out of school back when they were starting the linear algebra and differential equations and all that stuff. It was too much for me then. Definitely going to be too much for me now. My laptop's fan was going on full blast, and I opened Task Manager to see why. Sticky notes taking 60% of your CPU. Wow. Well, you do have 2 instances open, so I mean, it makes a lot more sense. If it was just 1, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of intense, but you have 2. Can you really expect your computer to, you know, handle 2 instances of sticky notes at once? I don't know. It's kind of for mobile though. At this point, because the whole idea with sticky notes, right, is you probably want to make a grocery list, so your computer is not meant to handle something like that. That's for your phone, okay? This counts as software gore, right? Possible hardware gore. This one out of sync big screen TV. Oh, I like how the blinks are just perfectly separated between the two. That's brilliant. Oh, man. That's more mildly infuriating than software gore, I think. Oh God, that's so weird. Oh, it's so weird when someone is split up between them and it just looks like their body is kind of shifting around weirdly and the blinks are off and the head finally attached. It's actually kind of awesome, but I bet it's just one of those TVs has a different response time for some reason. It does look like this TV might be slightly different given the difference in the bars and stuff. It's like trying to play a video game on a monitor that has a super long response time. You hit the controller and it's like, hold on a minute, we gotta think about this. Okay, all right, now we're gonna show it on the screen. Cool. Oh, what's that? You've already died because you can't respond in time? Sorry about that. Not gonna play multiplayer games on this one. Oh yes, finally a language I'm fluent in. Language settings. I wonder what happens if you can't. So at least you can't accidentally choose settings as your language because it looks like there's not actually an OK button here. There's only a cancel. So they covered that at least. I assume if you choose another one here, then there will be an OK and you can stick with it. So it's not actually functional software gore. It's only display. True software gore. Possibly the most horrifying moment in video game history. Can't remember if we've seen this one on here before. I've definitely seen this, but can't remember if it was in a video. Oh God, it just looks like something out of a Friday the 13th movie. It's as if like Jason's face got just sliced down the middle like this. This is what you would expect to see. Just like a bunch of, it's like sawdust and particle board and cardboard, and also it's kind of hairy, and that's a little bit unnerving. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It's not good. It's not good. A quiz site created its own number. You know what? I was going to say, so I think I have a problem with one of my graphics cards, and sometimes it takes this little section of a few pixels from the center of my screen and it throws it over to the left-hand side. It's bizarre. And I have to just reset the display settings and then it'll go back to normal. But it's almost like there's that little string of pixels right there that's been cut off. And it's compressed the numbers. Mine's vertical, it's horizontal. Except that the check and the X, they look normal. So I don't know exactly what's happened here, but the 18 also looks off. So it might be an issue with both. But this is the only one that really appears screwed up. Even though I don't actually know what number this is supposed to be. It's like a 3 and a 4 kind of rolled into one. Hey, you know what? At least you know the answer isn't the made up number. And the top software gore of the last month. You've been denied. Reason, you've been approved. We are sorry. Your driver's license was not approved. Reason for not being approved. Your license was approved. You're like, can I drive? Or can I not drive? I'm not really sure what you're telling me here, but I guess I'll carry this around in my car, and then I'm sure the police officer will believe this and not think that I photoshopped it or something. I'm like, I swear, I have a license. It just, here's what I got when I applied for it online. Said I was approved and not approved, so I figured I was okay to drive. Thanks, officer. Don't impound my car, please. Okay, that's it for the last month of Software Gore. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check the playlist in the description. You want to catch more, subscribe if you're not already. If you want to listen to the music in the background, link is in the outro over on Mere Music. I'll see you next time.